Hello and welcome to Note It. I'm Lakshmi Karthanet with Nasser Al Harasi. And today it's even more exciting because it's to do with outdoors and it's got to do with fathers and their children. Let us find out more from Outward Bound Oman. And joining us today, as you can see, is Anisa Al-Raisi, Head of Corporate Training. She's an adventurer herself. It's so much that you carry with you, when we meet you. Anisa, there's so much of memories, so many memories that come, whether it's not pole crossing from Musandam to Dhofar. And then now, what have you got planned?
And then now,
yes.
Actually, since I got back from the far, this is actually what I've been planning out. A lot of people have been reaching out saying that what opportunities are there for families to join. So this is our solution, really. So family courses, like you said, this is going to be a new type of course for us over here in Outward Bound Oman. They do it in other Outward Bounds around the world, like, for example, Outward Bound Brazil, where it's become very successful. In fact, one of the most successful courses that they have. So in short, just if I may give a quick introduction on Outward Bound for those who don't know, Outward Bound is basically taking people into the outdoors, giving them the experience of being able to unlock their potential, really. Getting them out of their comfort zone, maybe amongst a group that you don't know or are meeting for the first time, an environment that you're not so comfortable with, doing activities or hikes or expeditions that you might not be so comfortable with. And through that, basically stretching you out, stretching your stretch zone where you are able to accomplish more, accomplish, as I have discovered for myself, more than you think you're capable of. So this is an opportunity really on Father's Day, 20th of June. This Sunday is going to be Father's Day. So for this occasion, we thought it would be the perfect occasion to give families the opportunity to bond. So for this one off, it's going to be fathers and sons or daughters. We're looking for the age group from 11 to 14-year-olds. And inshallah, in the future, of course, this will also be open to moms and their children and also different age groups. So we just wanted to test it out in Oman. We've built a planner, a 3-day planner. So it's going to be a 3-day experience starting Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So something to do over the weekend.
Okay.
It will be in Jabal. Jabal Akhtar, as we know, is one of the few places in Oman where we could actually still do something over the summer. The temperatures are still relatively cooler, about 15 degrees actually up where we operate. So it's a 3-day course focusing on strengthening the family bond. We talk about, strengthening values and valuing our strengths within the family. Values are very much like in the corporate world or anywhere, it's spoken out loud normally. Sometimes in a family, we fail to do that. As parents maybe, or just expect that our children understand these values and live by them. So, building that communication, giving them the opportunity through living together, being resilient together as a family unit in the outdoors. We put them through, so there's an expedition, there's navigation that they would be learning, navigation using the sun, using the stars, but of course also GPS and map and compass. All the outdoor skills, learning a little bit about the trees, the flora, the fauna out there, but at the same time having the opportunity to build this bond together,
Okay.
There will be solving activities, the debrief of that, we're going into the details of what can we do better, how do we work better as a team, as a family. So I'm super excited about it, to be honest, and so are all the instructors. I personally will be on that course. As one of the instructors, and a few others, some of who are parents themselves. So
this is the first time the fathers are coming into focus, and it's going to be father and the sons and daughters, right? And it's
exactly.
What do you expect? Because you've been dealing with Outward Bound Oman has been dealing with the youth, the schoolgoers or maybe college. But now you're going to be dealing with a mixture of age group. What is that? You've given us an idea, that you're going to be, through these 3 days, you're going to learn about working as a unit. And so how much would it take for them to get out of the comfort zone and get into the environment where they are in and what they're expected? How long does it take usually?
There's two elements to that. There's the outdoors, just being outdoors and in that new environment. But then there's also having the switch of roles, actually, which we're hoping to do is, as parents, we normally hope to, take control of the situation, especially being in the outdoors or where you think there's a little bit of risk involved, going in there and holding your child's hand and walking them through it. Here we're hoping that we build some trust also in the parents through seeing their children develop over these 3 days. We're used to taking youth out or corporate groups, and through even just a 3 or 4 day experience, you see a massive change in these young people. So having the opportunity, and these young people go back to their parents at home, and their parents, we get the feedback from their parents saying what a change it has been. So I think it would be a very good opportunity for parents to be there with their children as they are changing and change together as well. It'll be a big change on the parent side too, learning to let go, learning to trust. And on the other hand, the child's on their side to be, building that trust, being able to speak up on what your expectations are as a child and what you need from your parents.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Fathers, get ready, because there might be some things that you have not been doing, which would be required, I presume. Do they have to be camps, tents, and everything?
Well, yes, of course, it will all be tents. So parent and child will be sharing. There will be, so it's a very small group that we're taking out. Also because of Corona, there's social distancing. We'll have to make sure that each family has their own camping equipment and are completely using their own and not sharing equipment and all. Exactly. So there's that safety in place. Of course, being in the outdoors, we believe, and studies have shown as well, it's a lot safer environment. If you're concerned about Corona, it's open, fresh air, less risk of contamination over there. So yeah, like I said, I mean, if we're going by history, then it should be a hit. Because in Brazil, like I said, it is, and in other parts around the world. So this is something we'd like to introduce to Omani parents, but as well as expat parents every year. So we will have courses both in English and in Arabic.
Okay. Now, one thing that was very interesting is that you mentioned about contracts.
Yes.
I
don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away too much, but part of what we do is, so there's going to be, it's not only the expedition, but also discussions that we will have. And one of these discussions is really about different topics that we sometimes need to discuss in the family. For example, what are our values? What's important to me as a person? What do I need to develop, and so on? Even about finances or their future plans and so on, And so through these discussions, both the parents and the child would sort of write their commitment on what they need to contribute to make this happen as a family unit, And they'd sign that off, and it's a contract that they would have together with an actual action plan on how they can work towards it.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
So that's actually a very important message, because taking it out of your classroom, because it's something parents overlook at times. As you mentioned to me that sometimes it's expected, but they don't discuss about it, and children don't know about it then. So it's important.
Exactly. And then we get upset as parents because, we have this expectation, but it's not met. So it's only not met because maybe it's not communicated sometimes, or living through that example as well. This is something else, we could learn from. So.
Another thing is that, you have to be the example for them.
Exactly.
So is there a lot of elements on environment that is brought about?
Yes, that as well. Being outward bound, our environment, not only for outward bound, for everyone, the environment is our home, really. And so respecting that, but before respecting that, it's really understanding it. So there's a lot that we go over on understanding, for example, like I said, natural navigation, using the sun, using the stars, but also learning about the plants over there. What are the benefits of some of these plants? Culturally, how is it used as medicinal values, for example, about the animals that live up there as well. but also getting them involved in creating, for example, a sundial where they would be able to learn and hands-on be involved in this, you know?
Okay, the sundial. How cool is that?
Yeah.
So all this is going to happen because it's Father's Day. So imagine that.
Much more. So I'm going to give it away. Much more too.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And understanding the value of fathers too, because that's the beauty of these days being celebrated. Because a lot of people say that every day should be Father's Day, every day should be Father's Day. It is. But we also can bring all the highlights now on a particular day. And so Outward Bound Oman has chosen this particular day to take the fathers and the children out into the environment. So I wish you all the best. And
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi.
And just as we leave you, Anisa, what advice would you like to give to all of us, the fathers, mothers, and children, the youth, anybody who's, we've got Corona on one side, thinking about it on the other hand, and are we forgetting about environment and the importance of being outdoors actually now? We value oxygen now, pure air, more than ever before.
Exactly. I think more so after coming back from my very long 47-day trip in the outdoors, I truly believe there's a lot of lessons to be learned from the outdoors. I've had so much time to reflect now, almost 6 months that I've been back, but reflecting on how much I've learned and how much people could really learn from just being outdoors. And it's just here, it's accessible, it's safe. We should all get out more often.
Yes, on that note, I want to say thank you and a beautiful day to you, Anisa Al-Raisi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anisa Raisi is the head of corporate training and from Outward Bound Oman. So it's not just fathers and children and parents. This is the first time you're doing it. Otherwise, a lot of it is focused on corporate training in the environment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
We do corporate training as well. So for all different groups, from new joiners to managerial positions, going into leadership roles and onwards. So yeah.
Beautiful. Have a lovely time, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Lakshmi Kantanet with Nasser Al-Harasi, and we'll be back next week on Noted. Until then, have a beautiful day. Take care.